Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready up. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
The play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now. 15 lining. 15 lining.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit. Go. Stay open.
To throw again is Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. And the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go. 90, Wolf. Chopper, chopper. Check 24. Get it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
He's checking. Check 50.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, 40's Mike, 40's Mike, right there, 40's Mike. I'm coming for you. You mine. Just go.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Fights through and now a crease. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, 30, 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. 98 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that carry of 98 yards is now tied for the second longest in NFL history.
Amon Green did it, I believe, in 2003 when he was playing for Green Bay.
Against the Broncos, I think.
And just face it, no matter who was running the ball, for that distance, give them some oxygen as well as the touchdown. What a play.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
At the 28-yard line.
Hey, banjo, that's it. Mike 22, he's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Bandit. Mike 22, Mike 21.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Motion.
To throw is Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
22's coming, 22's coming,
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tighten up.
They'll run it here with Hunt. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Right there. All day, baby.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. We got it. Truck. Mike 22. Gotta do better.
On 3rd down, from Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At their own
General
36-yard
West.
line.
Look at me. Door. Hey.
From the gun, Herbert. And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
80 weapons. Check. Go. Ready.
Throwing again. Herbert looking long for Thomas. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
That's baby shot. Switch. Back. Check. Blue draw Corkers. Greystone travel. Hey, team 6. Look at me. Zip. Big dribble.
Operating from the gun. Herbert flushed out right. He may try and run for this.
I got you, boy.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Check 3. Recon, 132 fighter. Mike 40. Coming. Fight.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Protein spell. Shoot.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass. Check 13. 61. Matchbox light. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go, D. Let's go. Smith. Hey.
Here's 2nd and 8. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson now to throw again. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
25, check 25, check 25. Shift.
throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson, he's going deep for Brook. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Hey, high 7. Yeah.
The final shot before break. Herbert. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You go tight. You go boom. You got tight right there. Check forward. Spawns. No.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
22's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, let's get this. SOS.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
On the positive side, it did pick up a first down, and it was a decent game. But from the defense's perspective, they're pretty happy it didn't break big. And when that happens, offense is now showing its hand. They've shown us that play. Maybe we can hold them the rest of the game.
Mike, 22's coming. 22's coming. Mike. There's a party now.
Jackson on first down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Here's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Switch. Go. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And Jackson throwing once more. Eluding the pressure. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the bootleg. Herbert. They complete it to Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Come on, switch it. Pilot, 64, weak. Go.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check 59, Mike is 59.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Kill. Bravo. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". You better be afraid of me.
Go.
You better be afraid of me.
Ready, ready.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, a short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Let's go now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Herbert able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Greystone, travel.
Check 59.
2.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. Sheldon Rankins, his 2nd sack of the night.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Hey. Up. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Here we go, D. Here I go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jackson. That one is caught by Hunt. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Tight end right. Echo. Alert. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Watch the backer. Mike 22. That's it. Man up, D. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Bang. Undercrunch. Hey.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Let go.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Danny.
Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Check. Shot.
One last shot for Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Recon, 152 fighter.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.